Welcome back, listeners, to episode 10 of our daily World Cup 2026 deep dive. I'm Arthur, here with Nora, and the tournament just keeps delivering. Today, we witnessed a massive shockwave. Turkey is in real trouble after losing also their second match against Paraguay.
Turkey 0, Paraguay 1. Although with this format, they still have a chance to make it to the next round, but they would need to win and score a lot in their last game.
And the narrative in that Paraguay match was pure theater. Almiron receiving the first ever red card at a World Cup for covering his mouth while speaking to the referee. Unprecedented drama. And Paraguay still held on with 10 men. Over in the Brazil camp, Vinicius Jr did absolutely everything right to spark a much-needed 3-0 win over Haiti. Neymar is expected back for their clash with Scotland.
That Almiron card is wild, but tactically, Paraguay just completely parked the bus after going down a man. Their expected goals dropped off a cliff, but they survived. Speaking of Scotland, what a nightmare start against Morocco. Giving up a goal to Saibari after just 70 seconds completely destroyed their game plan. Their defensive heat maps for the first 10 minutes look like a completely unorganized block. Morocco's XG per 90 metrics are looking incredibly sharp right now.
Scotland just couldn't recover, though they'll feel aggrieved about that second-half penalty shout. It was a classic, gritty Moroccan performance that completely punctured the Scottish party atmosphere. It reminds me of those old-school, grinded-out group stage matches where one early mistake dictates the entire 90 minutes.
Let's pivot to one of the host nations, the United States. They beat Australia 2-0. Hey, never looked like they would lose that game. All the metrics state they were in total control of that game. The USA are on cruise control to the next round.
I couldn't agree more. The Socceroos were humbled by a superior U.S. side. After a very strong opener against Turkey, they couldn't keep the momentum. They will need to reset before the last match if they want to secure their spot in the next round. But it's time for our legend of the game. I'm speaking of discipline and nerve. I want to bring up a different kind of player today. Not a player who dominated every single match, but one who completely changed the psychology of a single moment. Antonin Panenka.
Oh, the ultimate penalty king.
Precisely. It's exactly 50 years since his pride and joy, that special spot kick in 1976. The sheer audacity to delicately chip the ball down the middle of the goal in a major final while the goalkeeper dives out of the way. It wasn't just a goal, it was a psychological checkmate. That level of composure, that aura, you can't teach it. It's pure footballing artistry.
It's the ultimate high-risk, high-reward play. From a data perspective, going down the middle on a penalty actually has a surprisingly high expected goal value because keepers almost always guess a side. Panenka basically hacked the game's psychology before sports analytics even existed. I love that. But speaking of hacking the game, let's talk about what's happening off the pitch. The digital ecosystem is buzzing right now. First off, Scotland might have lost on the field, but I'm very happy they switched back to those beautiful blue shirts.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of miss the loud, geometric patterns of the 90s kits. They had character. I quite liked the retro kits.
Dad, they're terrible. Meanwhile, the battle for the unofficial tournament anthem is heating up. You've got Shakira, Burna Boy, and somehow IShowSpeed all competing for the top trending spot on the timelines right now. And my absolute favorite story, Freddie, an anonymous German fan, is live streaming a completely chaotic road trip across the host cities. He's becoming an overnight cult hero.
IShowSpeed? I am afraid to even ask what that is. I'll stick to the actual grass and the roar of the stadium, thank you very much. Although, the modern noise does reach the pitch. Rodrigo mentioned today that players are human beings and they see the social media comments, which is a modern pressure my generation of players just didn't have to navigate in the same way. Looking ahead to tomorrow's slate, we have some fascinating matchups. Germany against Ivory Coast, Ecuador taking on Curaçao, and Tunisia facing Japan. But the standout fixture for me has to be the Netherlands against Sweden.
Absolutely. The Dutch are always tactically fascinating, and I want to see if their expected goals on target match their actual output this time around against a very structured Swedish defense. We are definitely watching that one together, right?
You wouldn't be able to keep me away. The Netherlands and Sweden always brings back memories of classic European clashes. We'll get some food in and make a proper evening of it.
Sounds like a plan. That wraps up episode 10 of our 2026 World Cup journey. Thanks for joining us as we break down the numbers, the drama, and everything in between.
Thank you for listening. Tomorrow, we'll dive into the fallout from the Netherlands-Sweden clash and see if any more shockwaves hit the tournament. Until then, enjoy the beautiful game.